Welcome back to my playthrough of Hexen Beyond Heretic as a Cleric on the Pope difficulty, playthrough GZDoom. Today, we are facing our former masters by going into their tombs and re-killing them, I guess. So let's do this. Into Zedek's tomb we go. And immediately you will be greeted by Slaughters, so don't hesitate to use Wraith Verge, because there's quite a number of these guys, and of course they're really annoying, as usual. Now check this area out. When it moves along, and all the walls move away, this will try to crush you, and if you're under it, you will instantly freaking die. You'll turn into that, okay? So don't be under it while it's doing that. Of course, you could be around here when these are moving around, so don't worry about those too much. But we're gonna make our way into here now and flip this switch and get rid of the rest of these little pests. And when you flip the switch in that room, this area opens up with more Centaur and Slaughter. We're just gonna bully them all. And flip the switch to meet more Centaur and Slaughter. Yay! Spam that Wraith Verge. Spam it. You don't have to spam it too much, but just enough to get these guys out of the way. There's more in here, and there's more where that came from elsewhere, but whatever, it's to be expected at this point. We have lots and lots of blue mana now, but we're almost out of green mana, but thankfully there's some over here, so let's grab that and make the best out of this situation. Perfect. Just for old time's sake, I'm going to use a mace. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's been a while. I think I pointed it out in a previous video, but note the HUD, the lower part of the HUD whenever I'm using the mace. That's a little perk of the widescreen patch I'm using. It's like whatever though, I don't really care that much. So I don't use the mace that much. But anyways, we're gonna grab the percolator after flipping that switch, and we are going to introduce these guys to Wraith Verge. What else? What, you think I'm gonna use another weapon on these guys? Yeah, right. You shouldn't use another weapon. I mean, you can, but what's the point when Wraith Verge just is so effective? Besides, I'm saving these flechettes and discs for a special occasion. I'm sure you'll know what I mean if you played Hexen before and seen my previous battles with certain enemies. I mean, basically, they're just handing these out like candy, so it's no big deal anyway. Alright, so let's flip this switch to see something new. Moon. Star. Sun. Moon, star, sun. It's random every time, but I got moon, star, sun. But the reason why you want to remember that is so you can flip these to the pattern you see there. And if you don't do it in time, you'll get freaking crushed. And now it's time to meet our former master. Well, not ours in particular, it's Bart's former master, Zedek. Let's kill him before he even can show his face. Yeah. Give me that glaive seal, buddy. Yeah, you can't really kill him before he shows his face. You gotta wait for him to raise up in a dramatic fashion. Then he starts fighting you, then you tear him apart with Wraith Verge. Big whoop. But easy game, easy life. Let's just get out of here. Grab some mana too before we go. Remember this place fondly, I guess. and I think I grabbed it all, so it shouldn't matter. So let's head on out. So now we're going back into the spooky area. You know, Necropolis. And a place you want to go? Well, we're gonna turn the lights on first. It's a little dark in here. But the place you want to go is in here. Let's use Ray Verge again. You thought I was gonna use the Serpent Staff. Nope. But now let's open the door. Hey, hey, open it up. The portal has been sealed. Choose your fate. I choose all of them. That's very risky, but you know, it's fun. Only one of those will open the door. I think it may be random. Because I did a few practice runs and I think it opened with a different one each time. Now you can open one at a time and get all the little traps out of the way, but you know, I ain't got time for that. I do have time to play with all the bishops and their little Rudy Tooty point and shooty projectiles. And you. Well, I got time to play with you too. Yay. Alright. So now, we're gonna go in here, and I'm gonna grab these combined mana pickups and the Crater of Might, just so I can go into Menelik's tomb. Yep, see? Menelik's tomb. So, look at this cube in the middle. And look at these symbols. Press the corresponding symbol, and the puzzle's solved. Congratulations, you are a puzzle-solving genius. The next series of puzzles will be more confusing if you don't know where to look. But first, we have to kill these stalkers. And you know, the ones that throw projectiles are actually technically different enemies. They're called stalker bosses. Kind of like Slothars and Centaurs. But get a look at these right here. Get a look at these patterns. And there's no obvious indicator to press them. Unless you look in the auto map. And the answer becomes quite obvious. See what I mean? Of course, you don't even have to look at the auto map. You can just look at the design of the room and it'll all make sense. Anyways, let's kill this guy. And he's just walking around in circles. Whatever, dude. This symbol right here, I wonder what that corresponds to. Well, it corresponds to lots and lots of dark bishops. So let's clean them out. Let's get the mop out. Thank you, Spectral Mop. Grab all this stuff too. And break out Firestorm for once in our miserable life. Now let's solve another part of the puzzle. I wonder what this room could mean. It's that. Once again, get a look at the design of the room, and all will be answered. Right, so the next area, you want to press the N button. N is for nice. Which is how this shot is going to be. Perfect. It killed every single one of these serpents in one go. Absolutely perfect. But let's get these guys in on the fun. Let's use a sword with staff. Alright, you know the drill by now. Shape of the room corresponds to it. Now, if you were to press the wrong switch, it would just summon these guys. You know, I can still do that because, you know, Doom Engine. I believe it summons Dark Bishops in this room. Among other things, but anyways. We're not gonna figure out what enemies are spawned when we press the wrong buttons. We're just gonna press the right button. And check this place out. Gives you combined mana, so you can just tear these guys to shreds. And this doesn't have any design in it, so you can just press this one. And bingo gazingo. You can press this button here, and now you are ready to go up to meet Menelik. Now when you meet this buddy, you want to watch out, because he's a little scarier than Zedek. Because those projectiles home in on you and they can explode. But, you know, he's a mage, so he's a pushover. He's a nerd. So you bully him, you take his lunch money, and more importantly, you get his key. And once you got that, you are ready to go through this portal. And it will send you back. So back we go into the dark, spooky zone with all the funny meme graves of the developers. Hee hee hoo hoo ha ha. This last part is probably going to be the most comparatively difficult if you don't know what you're doing. Because we're going to face our actual master this time. We're gonna flip the switch from the little coffin here. I think it's a coffin. Probably not. But it's differently colored from the rest, so press it. And then also press this, and you are ready to go down into here. And in fact, let's use a Wraith Verge. Grab some of this stuff too. Just destroy everything. And you, Snot Beast, can go as well. Right. So you can flip the switch, and that will open the way to Traductus's tomb. Bum bum bum. As you can see, there are serpents here, and they're all spitting snot at you, so you spit your snot back at them. By snot, I mean angry, avenging spirits. Yeah, they're pretty much the same thing, right? These bishops get the same treatment, because they throw magical snot at you, so you might as well fire it back. You can also use whatever weapon you want for this part. You want to go into this area too, though, just so you can get a segment of Wraith Verge, just for your mana needs. And when you're ready, you can go down into here to clear the rest of this mess out. I think it might be time to use that. Yep. Yes, sir. I'm looking for the torch. Did I use the last one? I think I did. It was just too scary out there. But it shouldn't matter. We don't need no torch. We just need to go in to the darkness and face it. I cast magic missile into the darkness to destroy it. And now, when you're done with all that, you can go into here and fight this servant of darkness. And look, there's a switch there, but, you know, I'm not gonna press that one in particular. I'm just gonna kill these guys. And flip the switch, and this a switch. Now, flipping those switches will allow you to go into areas like this one with the pulsating kind of lights. Actually, I don't think they're pulsating. It's kind of like a... a guiding light of sorts. And it'll lead you up to here with the Falcon Shield. So, let's take some sippy juice drinks and grab it. And of course, you want to make sure you're at a decent amount of health, so these guys don't bamboozle you. Yeah, there's quite a number of them, so watch out. It's also, you know, Etten too. Well, there could be. But we're gonna go to the other side now and introduce ourselves to not here, the other side. It can be a little easy to get yourself lost in here, but once you make your way into this part, you can go down into this area and introduce yourself to some friends. More of them. Spooky bishops in the spooky tomb with the spooky organ music, organ MIDI. I'm pretty sure Kevin Schilder just wrote this as spooky organ music.midi. Either way, you can help yourself to a icon of the defender, and I might use that for this fight because this guy's a little scary. You know, just a little bit. But either way, when you're done with all that, you can make your way back up here. And go back to the area with the spooky switch. And yeah, we're gonna use the icon of the defender, and a crater of might too. You don't have to use the icon of the defender, I'll show you why. Because when he comes up, when he show up, he shoots Wraithverge at you, but you can shoot the specters back at him. But I use the icon of the defender just to make sure, because you know how these specters can be sometimes with their wildness and just tendency to rip you apart. But deflecting Traductus's own projectile at him makes me feel like a Slaughter or a Centaur, which is just Right, so here's some Etten, because, you know, there has to be Etten. Surely they will stop you if Traductus couldn't, right? So, when you're done with all that, you can just make your way back into here. And, yeah, that's pretty much it for this area. Just to make sure, I'm gonna make sure I grab the mana, which I did. And when you made sure you grab that, you can flip the switch and make your way up here once this lift lowers and raises. It's a slow lift. It's nowhere as slow as the Duke Caribbean one, but it's a little slow. Still not a long way to go up though, thankfully. And you can also jump up there. Right, so now you clear that area out, you can grab anything you want here, if you haven't grabbed it already. All the mana, all the pickups, whatever you want, buddy. It's all yours, my friend. Share it. But when you're done with all that, when you're done seeing the funny graves, you can make your way over here. It's really close to the area you started in. It's also close to this area with the tomb. And put all the keys in their rightful place and make your way to here. And kill the spooky bishop boys. And get a look at the portal. Before we go into the portal, I'm just gonna make sure I'm at full health just because I can. And I have to prolong this video for the ad revenue. No. No, I don't do that. No. Not on purpose. But I just want to make sure I'm at full everything here. And look, an Etten spawned. He helped me with my mace quota. Right. So, this portal will take you to the final level, the Dark Crucible. Yeah, that's right. But we are going to face the big boy in this part, this upcoming part. And yes, that means this is the end of this part. So stay tuned for the next part where we finally face Korax. But until then, toodaloo.